Something on your mind again? Let's work through it together. Two heads are better than one.
Safe for sure. These parts are safe for sure.
The sight of shiny jewels always brightens
What they say is true. You have to see the world for yourself to appreciate how beautiful it is.
The sight of shiny jewels always brightens my day.
These parts are safe for sure.
Hey guys, how's it going? Twigs here. So hopefully we figured out this whole streaming issue. I had to reset my internet router, had to reset the modem, had to reset everything. But I think we figured it out. It's a bit of a pain in the ass, but I think I have figured it out. Hey guys, how's it going? Twigs here. So hopefully we figured out this whole streaming issue. I had to reset my internet router, had to reset the modem, had to reset. Yeah, it looks like everything sounds good. Man, that was a pain. That was a pain in the ass. So I apologize for that. It looks like I have gotten things sorted out based on what I'm seeing from the picture here. So, great deal. Pull this up now. So, now that we got everything sorted out, and I do definitely apologize for that. That is something I hated that we had to deal with. But definitely hit that like and subscribe button. Helps out the channel. Hitting that like button helps get the stream out there. And since this is a randomizer stream, hitting that like and subscribe button actually affects how the stream plays out. If you hit that like button, that is, well, a path toward getting the wheels spin.
Something on your mind again? Let's work through it together.
Every 3 likes, we
Heads are
spin the
better
wheel.
than one.
Anytime we get a anytime anyone subscribes, we immediately spin the wheel. Anytime anyone shares the stream, we spin the wheel. So, hit that like and subscribe button. Hitting that like button gets the stream out there for more people to enjoy, hang out and enjoy the stream with us. Hitting that subscribe button helps us build a community over here. And by hitting that subscribe button, you're subscribing to more gaming content like this. And while you're at it, just hit that notification bell so you'll be informed whenever I go live or upload any new content. So, with all that being said, let's jump right into it. Move this back over here. There we go. Now, while we're here, since we just now started the stream, we're going to go ahead and do a freebie. We're going to be doing 2 freebies. One, because it's the beginning of the stream. 2, and we're going to do a second one because we're already at 3 likes. So we're going to be going ahead and spinning the wheels. Let me pull this over here. Yeah, we're already at 3 likes. Definitely cool. Analytics, okay. So, let's pull this over here. So the way this works is that I'm only going to be using you can tell by the left wheel, I have a lot of characters. But I'm only going to be using characters I have built. Which, again, that's a lot of characters. Then on the wheel on the right, we're going to be checking out, basically that's the challenge. One of those bosses, or one of those floors. I'm only doing floor 9, 10, 11. I don't want to beat my head against the wall, floor 12. We're going to be doing one of those challenges. So, 4 characters, unless it's one of the floors, then we throw in another 4 characters.
If you're not sure what to do next,
So,
how about I take you on a walk?
let's look here. Make this a little bit bigger. There we go. We made it a little bit bigger. And we'll put it right about here. There we go. So, spin the wheel.
These parts are safe for sure.
We're going to get Sino. So first one is Sino. Can I get a little jingle? Where's my little jingle? Let's... What's magical? Okay. Alright, I guess we don't get a jingle. What's a drum? What about drum roll?
Parts are safe for sure.
Alright, so we got Sino. So cool. That's gonna be our main DPS. Already set up. We'll mess around with. We'll mess around with this team. So first one up is Sino. So we'll be throwing Sino in here. Where the hell is he? There he is.
Who's our next target?
Okay, I don't even know if his artifacts are like. I know I got artifacts on him. I know that much. Alright, next wheel. Next bit. We got 3 more characters to get. Really? Faru's on. Oh man. Oh boy. Faru's on it is.
Need the help of an
This is not
elder.
looking good at all. Alright, next. Oh, what the fuck? Alright, we're turning down the volume for that now that I decided it wanted to work. Put it on 50. Alright, Albedo. Oh boy, this is. Alright, I guess that works.
Let's
Alright,
investigate
Albedo.
this further.
And I'm gonna need that healer. I am going to need that healer in the worst way possible. Oh my god.
Wish me luck.
This team doesn't even work. I mean, maybe I could do some electro-charged reactions with Sino and Barbara. I mean, it's not the worst team I've seen. It's not the worst. It's not good. It's not the worst. Do I have artifacts on, like, artifacts that work? No. Oh my god. This is bad. This is really bad. Can I upgrade this? I thought he was built. I mean, he was kind of built, but not really. Come on! I wonder how many trash relics I have. Give me just a minute, guys. Let me ride back. Alright, we're back. I had a phone call. So yeah, so now we got the team. Well, we gotta fix Sino's artifacts. Sorry about that, guys. I had a phone call. When you get a phone call, you gotta... If it's an important phone call, you gotta answer it. Oh, Olivia, okay. This is not the worst Sino artifact I've ever seen. That's terrible. Do I have any feathers? That's defense. I'm afraid it'll go right into defense. Oh shit. My Sino's actually not that built. My Sino's actually not all that built. We can maybe use this. $48 of 100 crit rate. It's not bad. Not bad. It's not good either. Oh, we got somewhat of a tanky Sino. Oh yeah, we're gonna have a tanky ass Sino. Where'd I go? Crit damage, okay. Alright, it's not terrible. Alright. We can get a headpiece that is worth a damn. What does he got on right now? What do we got to rock with? What's this one he's got on right now? It's crit damage with 5% crit rate. We're gonna go with copium. I hope all of that goes in energy recharge. Oh my God. Of course it gives me crit. Oh my God. It's going into defense. It's not even going into the energy recharge, which is like the other thing I wouldn't mind him having. Okay. Okay. It hasn't been bad so far. Oh my God, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Alright. We're gonna roll with this very mid Sino. Like, we're using the most mid Sino ever for whatever challenge we're gonna get. What challenge are we getting? What is it? Tartag.
Good
Okay.
deeds and bad. In the end, all will be played.
This is gonna be... I don't even know how this is gonna go. Because he has the ability to repel electro and hydro attacks. So, I have a feeling this is either gonna go okay, or it's gonna go awful.
This opportunity is quite hard to come by.
Hey,
Amuse me.
Furious Gamer, how you
Failure is
doing,
a
bro?
valid option. I promise I'll be gentle.
Oh no.
Come with the beat.
Let's dance.
You joined us in the middle
About that.
of a randomizer.
Fourth time. A fine opportunity.
Oh my god, this is actually not. It's going better than I expected. I'll say that much.
Witness my great undertaking.
Yeah, so.
Nowhere to run. Fourth time. A fine opportunity.
I need my heals. Give me my heals.
Barbara, go.
Cowering already.
Oh no.
Too late for regret, wretched dastard. Come on, we can do it.
A clear shot.
It's a whale!
Surrender.
It moved. Bitch.
Your sins weigh upon your soul. Unbecoming.
No, 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 no. God damn it. Really?
Coming to be.
Dare to mess with me?
Cowering already? Not bad. Not.
Alright.
Guess I should take you more seriously.
Oh man. This is the part I'm afraid of.
Liv! No use hiding back there. Futile. Got you. All you do is run.
Sense of respect. Keeps its course. Oh, no.
Nowhere to run. Has your luck run out?
I never have had this much issues with Tartag in my life. Except for maybe the first time I've ever fought it. Because I didn't know what I was doing.
Coming to
This,
be.
I have never had this much trouble with Tartag ever before.
Let the show begin.
Ooh,
All
God.
you do is run. Surrender. That's mine.
Oh my god! Oh, Barbara for the clutch!
We'll see about that.
Burst forth. Feel this ancient power.
Okay. This is the first time, since like the first time I've ever fought Tartag, that I've had to struggle at least a little. I almost want to fight him again just to make up for how bad this is going.
I too shall use all of mine. So, don't you dare disappoint me.
Okay. Val Legacy, whatever.
Live.
Get it, Barbara. Come on.
Sister.
Coming to be.
He just wouldn't let her
Dare to
go.
mess with me?
Futile.
Ears of the storm.
Tough crowd.
Would you stop it? There you go. Woo! Oh my god!
Surrender. Through me, justice is served.
Where'd he go? I need that. Oh, the will.
Stand condemned. Your penance is due.
Oh, wrong character.
Witness my great undertaking. Die here.
Oh.
Too late for regrets.
Oh my god. Oh, when did we lose Sino?
Live. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh no 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 no.
A miscalculation.
It's okay.
Coming to be. Ha. Ha. Yeah.
Albedo! Thank you! Oh my god. Oh, Albedo came in clutch. Oh, Albedo, thank you so much. Oh man. That was awful. That was so awful. That was terrible. That was just as bad as I expected. Even though I was kind of hopeful. I was kind of hopeful that because it's Tartaglia, it might not have been that bad. But it was that bad. Oh man. Never again will I well, actually, no. I mean, I'm up to the randomizer's mercy, but that was a pretty bad team the randomizer gave me. Sino, Faruzan, Albedo, and Barbara. That was pretty bad. Especially against Tartaglia, where Tartaglia can reflect any Hydro or Electro attack back at you. That was bad. That was pretty bad. Okay. Randomizer number 2. Let's go. Alright, where's it at? Alright, here we go. Alright. Let's see here. What are we gonna get now? God damn it. Here we go. Oh boy. Okay. Tignari this. I can actually go for this. I'll be okay with
Who
this.
ate a poisonous mushroom this time?
I can go with this. Who knows? Maybe. Maybe this won't be bad.
Here, let me help you.
God damn it, what do her artifacts look like? We got a 20, an 8, 16, 16, with an 8 flower. Yeah, we may be able to pull an aggravate. I got very good artifacts, but where she's playing more of a support row, I might be able to make it work. Oh shit. Now that we can make work. We can make this work big time. Okay. Throwing in Kazuha.
Sounds good to me.
Alright, and lastly, who is the last? need two Animo units to do the same job. Damn it. The only thing that this benefits me is maybe a cooldown reduction. That's the only way this benefits me.
Give me a moment to compose myself.
The best I got here is a burst spread team. Because I can do a lot of sucking with Kazuha and Venti. I can pop Lisa's ult to apply Electro. My suck duo will be able to swirl the Electro to apply more Electro. And then Tignari is here for spread damage. That is all I got here is decent spread. It's literally the suck duo with a decent spread combo. Oh, man. Alright, what are we doing? The Wii Nut. Okay. We have the Wii Nut. Okay.
Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer.
Oh, my Tignari needs heals. Heal me! Thank you. To the Wii Nut! At least we were able to get through a really bad team for Tartag, and we pulled it off.
Mist flower would
We
melt in
might
this
pull
heat.
this off.
Now that I think about it, it wouldn't. But you get what I mean.
Let's go, Wii Nut!
Come a little closer.
Into the wind. One with wind and
Oh
cloud.
fuck, I don't have a healer, god damn it.
And shroud.
Where the fuck you go? Oh no 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 no! I don't even have a fucking shielder, god damn it.
Let's play.
God, I've heard you do have to throw your fucking skill for that. God damn it.
Think you can get away?
Where'd he go? Okay.
You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer.
Okay. Oh god!
Brace yourselves.
Alright. When he pop. Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go.
Let's spark things up.
Clouds high. The birds call. I hear everything. Can't see?
We pulled this off! We might pull this off! Oh god!
You're in for a little shock.
One with nature.
Alright, that was actually decent. That was actually decent.
Let's play.
Blitz.
Alright, get some words from that. Get some words from that. Oh god, Alright.
Brace yourselves.
Surrendering will be gentle.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night! I'll uproot you! And shroud!
All right.
Time for takeoff.
Come a little closer.
Into the wind.
All right. Okay. Okay.
Here we go.
You're in for a little shock. Come a little
Oh
closer.
boy. All right. We almost got our energy back.
Let's play.
And now, if he goes to the next phase, we got it. Okay, here we go.
Let's spark things up.
As one with wind and cloud. Let's nip that in the bud.
There we go.
See?
Got him. Woo! Alright, give me just 1 second, guys. Alright, we pull that off.
The value of knowledge cannot simply be quantified in monetary terms.
Man, that was close. That actually went a lot better than I expected. That actually went a lot better than I expected. That went 10 times better than I expected. Woo! That was like really good. Like, I mean, we did exactly what the plan was to be burst DPS. That was the goal, and that worked out really well. Alright. So one more like, and we will be doing another randomizer. So definitely, actually no, 2 more likes. It'll be 2 more likes. So let me put this in the comments here. Likes. How many likes did this been? Oops. Is a spin. Okay. And we'll pin this. There we go. So yeah, 2 more likes and we'll be doing a spin. Okay. You see how this looked earlier? We might be able to change up settings later on in the day when we play. Alright, so yeah, there we go. That's the 2 wheel spins. I wish I could change settings on the fly, but I can't. Alright. Okay, but yeah, that's the rules. We're at now 4 likes based on what I'm seeing here. So 2 more likes, we'll be doing another spin of the wheel. Last 2 spins turned out to be pretty challenging. I took on Tartaglia, one of the easiest bosses in the game, with the most unoptimized team I've ever used ever. And then had to take on the Wee Nut with a pure burst DPS team. So that was interesting.
Keep up.
Man. Switch teams here. See what we got going on over here. Hello. Oh, fuck you.
I see everything.
If you weren't considered an animal, you'd be so dead right now.
Busted.
A bitter pill to swallow.
Speed of light.
Another test.
Hey,
Gotcha.
nowhere to hide.
And dead. Bam.
Pick the wrong test subject.
And you're all dead.
Incoming.
What if I hit this or go after it?
The hunted.
No, I didn't. Okay. Woo! See where we at. Still sitting at 4 likes. And still sitting at 271 subscribers. I can use this to cook. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Right. It's getting to cool. Sweet. We'll go and fight. Actually, I would need Dendro 1%. Like, there's some bosses that I would actually need. I would basically be screwed no matter what. If I fought, which one boss? If I fought Skirmish, I think I would pretty much need Dendro or Geo or I'd be screwed. definitely Dendro. Dendro helps break those turrets pretty quickly. And then I don't think you need a certain element to fight this guy. There are some bosses you'd 100% be screwed if you didn't have the right element. Okay. We'll do one more. We'll fight the boss here at the Avidia Forest. We'll fight Scaramouche. And just for the hell of it, we'll do another randomizer. Because that's pretty much the theme. I was hoping to actually his boss, because we didn't work it.
Quite a downpour. Nothing will get done until it clears. Let this be a lesson to those who yesterday said I'll do it tomorrow. Come on, enough procrastinating. Let's go.
Be quiet, Kajin. Damn it. We're jumping on my case. Shit. We'll fight Scaramouche, but we'll use a randomized team. Shinha. Put her right here, because I want to keep my main DPS on the front.
I just...
Whoever my main DPS ends up being. Okay. Good roll, Ika. This is actually looking kind of good. This is looking kind of good right now.
Kamisato Ayaka, present.
We can roll with this. Ooh, we might be doing a freeze team. Okay. Ike and her brother? Alright.
Well,
Who's the last person?
I only wish life could be as leisurely
And then they
as this a
ruined
little
it.
more often.
I got too many main DPSs.
Greedy of me.
It's like if I run out of like I can't even. What is the point?
Let's move before the trail goes cold.
I'll leave her sword on. I have to constantly swap swords of her and Kaching. Alright. See how bad this goes.
let it be known that divinity is mine!
Mind the deluge.
Perish!
Take your true form. My apologies. Sakura Swirl.
Churn!
Oh no 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 no!
Whirling snow!
At my command, you shall fall.
Oh my god, that was almost bad. Okay.
Kamisato art! Sumetsu!
Confess! Structure!
Now things aren't good. Ike is in bad shape, so we're going to have to pretty much rely on maybe Ayato or Shinnok for a tank to just tank damage. Oh.
Kneel! Burn to oblivion!
Boom.
Kneel!
Oh.
My
Reality
will embodied.
is pain!
Damn it. Hold on! Hold on! Hold on! Hold on!
Take your true form.
There you go. Okay. Oh, I don't have her ult. That's not good! Oh no.
That's how you want it.
Transfiguration.
Oh my god. Come on, do a charge attack, damn it!
Your new
Oh my god!
awakens! Now, your eyes have been opened. Kneel!
Ah, yeah, that was gonna happen.
Now, your eyes have been opened.
Pardon
Ah, god damn it.
Now, your eyes have been opened.
And that's why a Dinjo character is very important for this boss. Because if you do not have Dendro, you are not going to break those things very easy.
Reality
My will embodied.
is pain!
I'm just going to go ahead and ruin it. Okay. But yeah, that's why Dendro is very important. Oh boy. the first time I've lost to him too. I think so. Pretty sure it is. Man. I loved how having Haizo just try to flip kick those things. It just wasn't working out at all. Just come on, hit those things, Haizo. Hit those things. It just didn't work out. Especially if I didn't have stamina. Because half the time I was just waiting for stamina to recharge. That was bad. At first phase worked out pretty well. Second phase just fell apart. And I knew it would. I knew it was going to be right when we were trying to do the flip kicks. And when it got to those part where you had to break those things to get the energy to be able to shoot him from stopping him from doing his spirit bomb, I knew that was going to be the part where we were screwed. My hope was literally Paizo being able to break those things, but because he had to use charge attacks to break them, it fell apart. Okay. So, let's see here. We'll do a little bit of reacting. Let's see here. Pull this over here. Let's see what we're going to look at here. See if there's anything catching my eye. What are we thinking? We got anything here that's worth taking a look at? So we're gonna watch this video by Gotcha Gamer.
Out. And there's...
See here. Let's see what he's gonna get into here. There. So yeah, we're gonna watch this video by Gotcha Gamer. While I eat whatever the hell it is I want to eat, and see what he's got on his mind from this video. It's about what players are most players are forgetting about Fontaine. So, what is it that I am forgetting about Fontaine? Oh, you eat chicken. Is that chicken? Where's that chicken? Right, it's beef. Okay. Do I have a fork? I don't have a fork. Give me a second. I will grab a fork. Oh, they give me B. Is it B? What's B? Okay. I was about to look. I was like, motherfuckers give me chicken instead of B. Okay. But yeah, we got this video about Gotcha Gamer. It's what most players are forgetting about Fontaine. So definitely check out Gotcha Gamer. I've reacted to quite a few of his videos before in the past. I really enjoy his content because he really tries to get in depth with his name is Gotcha Gamers. He covers Gotcha games, mostly Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail, or any other Gotcha game that was worth talking about. So definitely check out Gotcha Gamer. Whenever I finish streaming, I'll link his video down below in the comment section. No, I'll put it in the description. So definitely check him out, and let's jump into this.
Contain the excitement, since not only did Hoya reveal 3 new Fontaine characters on Twitter, but we also got a good look at a lot of the characters from the teaser trailer. Now, officially, and as far as I'm aware, Linny is going to be a Pyro unit, Lynette is going to be Animo, and Fremine looks to be a Cryo Claymore user. And we also saw that Chlorine is wearing her Electrovision as a necklace. So with all of that in mind, we're getting some new units from Pyro, Cryo, Animo, and Electro, which is great, because I'm not sure about you, but I was getting a little tired from all the Dendro characters getting spammed with each new update. And the thing is, Hoyoverse could be taking a mysterious approach to new...
The issue with that is that it was understandable at the same... It was understandable. You have a brand new element being Dendro, so they had to spam Dendro characters to fill every role. You had to have multiple... You had to have healers, so you had to have Dendro healers. You had to have Dendro main DPS. You had... Applying Dendro was very important, so you had to have Dendro applicators. You had to have Dendro shielders. You had to have, so I get both sides of it. You gotta fill those roles. So I understand why they were spamming it, but at the same time, I understand why people would be like, it's another fucking Dendro character, dude. Fuck me. I'm gonna put this side there. Did you get the fucking sour cream? Did you get the fucking sour cream? Okay. So I get it. I get both sides of it.
Team comps for Fontaine, because both Inazuma and Sumeru brought their own fair share of changes to the game. For example, Inazuma brought to life Mono Geo comps thanks to Goro and Ito, although the Furry guy was more important than Ito, since Noelle could also be the main damage dealer for Mono Geo. Then Kokomi, Ayaka, and Shenhe basically revamped Freeze teams, because before it was Morgana team comp with Ganyu that reigned supreme. We also got Yelan, who at first was getting compared to Xingqiu, but later on, it was pretty clear that you could run the two for some awesome double Hydro comps. And then of course, who could forget about Raiden Shogun? Remember everyone hating on Electro Elements and thinking how weak it is? Well, Raiden helped solidify a new positive opinion on Electro, and thanks to her, some teams were recognized using Electro, while she herself revitalized National Comp, and those who had deeper pockets could run Hyper Raiden Comp, which is still super...
I think this was... Alright, let me explain. So, yes, Inazuma did bring changes. One being, like he said, Geomono. Is Geomono still viable? It's good, but it's not like the greatest thing ever. Trust me. I made videos about Geomono. I have cleared abysses with Geomono. But Electro was still pitiful. It's like if you had an Electro character in your team, it was Raiden Shogun or it was Fischl, and you only used Kujo Sara if you had a C6 Kujo Sara. If you had a C0 or a C1 Kujo Sara, your Kujo Sara was trash. Because C2 was what gave her a major quality of life change to make her just passable. And C6 is what made Kujo Sara actually worth using, because she buffed crit damage. So, yes and no. Yes, Fischl was already good. Raiden Shogun was great. Kujo Sara is only good at C6.
super strong even to this day. And then Sumeru came out and Dendro basically changed the game. Hyper Bloom, Quicken, Quick Bloom, Burgeon, and Nilo Bloom comps. So many green numbers flying around and killing enemies with insane damage. That scales so well with elemental mastery that you could build teams on a shoestring budget and still have a good time. And so this leaves us with Fontaine. What exactly the new 4.0 update is going to bring for the various team comps in the game? Well, there's still a lot of things that can be done. First of all, physical team comps, or should I say a physical team comp that you can use with Eula, is underwhelming at best, especially if you don't have her constellations. What's even more ironic is that C6 Mika, who was supposedly going to be the savior of physical teams, isn't that great with Eula, due to how his physical damage boosting interacts with her burst. Fontaine could definitely introduce some new physical damage dealers or supports to elevate those teams, because as of now, the white numbers are just not that great in the Abyss. We also haven't seen a proper mono Hydro team so far. I mean, sure, you could run a team with Ayato or Child by utilizing Xingqiu, Yelan, and Kazuha, but a proper support who boosts Hydro damage could be a game changer. And this is Fontaine we're talking about, the Nation of Hydro. Or how about a new Geo character? I almost forgot this element exists because the last time we got a new Geo character was 1.5 years ago when Yunjin got released. Obviously, Geo teams have the embarrassing crystallized reaction and that stupid limitation of 3 Geo constructs, but nonetheless, the sky is the limit to come up with new Geo characters that could enable new teams besides Mono Geo. Basically, there's a lot of different characters and teams Fontaine could bring, and I know I can't discuss rumors on my channel, but there's already something interesting happening with Linny and Lynette, and that's just the start of 4.0.
So, yeah. Geo is not in a good place because, I mean, Geo's even been buffed one time in the past, and that was like 1.2. And yeah, 1.5 was the last time we got, like, Yunjin. I think you might be right, 1.5, but I'm not sure. I would have to go back and look at that, honestly. But yeah, the last Geo character we got is Yunjin, and then we haven't had another Geo character in a long time. But we know we're going to get a Geo character because the blonde chick in Fontaine with the umbrella is going to be a Geo unit. So we know we're going to be getting new Geo units. And so I'm not going to discuss any spoilers either. I know some things. I will say this much. Gameplay, combat-wise, is going to be kind of mixed up. I'll say that much.
No update. So I'm almost sure the game is going to introduce a lot more unique comps we can play around with, because besides the Wanderers team and Mika's poor attempt to provide physical comps, every other team in Sumeru was just basically a Dendro variant comp you could build, and it's pretty clear Hoyoverse is aware of this, so it's almost like we're going back to Inazuma, which made an impact on many different elements. Now, one other thing that really begs the question would be if Fontaine is going to elevate some of the previously released characters. And someone who immediately comes to mind would be Dia. I actually didn't mention her in a previous segment, but she was also a pretty unique addition among the many Dendro characters. You can build her as a vape damage dealer or utilize her as a pseudo shielder for Ganyu melt comps. She is actually a pretty interesting character once you forget about her damage multipliers and energy problems. And the thing is, a lot of people speculate that Dia might be getting the same treatment as Cookie and Toma when Sumeru showed up. I mean, honestly, it would have to be a pretty specific character that could elevate her, because as far as I'm aware, there are no new reactions announced for Fontaine, and that's what specifically made Cookie and Toma come out of their shells. Could a new artifact set make her strong? Probably not, but an artifact set that heavily improves her energy regeneration.
The problem is I don't see anything helping. I do not see anything helping Dia other than a direct buff to her damage numbers. If it's not a direct buff to her damage numbers, I don't see anything helping her at all. Nothing. Nada. And if she does get any kind of buffs, it is going to be the most minor of indirect buffs that you could possibly think of. Whether it be for an artifact set, for some character's unique ability that will be coming down the pipeline, it will be a very minor indirect buff, but it will not help her in the long run. Like I just said, the only thing that's going to help Dia is a direct buff to her damage scaling numbers. So basically, I feel like this is just copium. And trust me, I understand. I want to be optimistic too. I want Dia to be good. Dia is a great looking character. I want her to be good. But nothing's going to help her unless it's a direct buff to her damage scaling numbers.
Generation or gives her some crit values could be beneficial. Ironically, Emblem of Severed Fate is an ER set that already exists, and it's her best in slot choice if you want to build her as a damage dealer. Like, we'll have to wait and see what kind of new artifacts, weapons, and characters come out, but Dia will probably won't get buffed as much as Cookie and Toma. She might get a buff that's similar to Yaimiko, maybe slightly less impactful, but relying on Dia for damage is still quite a moonshot. However, one character who might be interesting to talk about would be Candace. Since Fontaine is the nation of Hydro, we might get a new Hydro support or some interesting Hydro damage mechanics. And since Candace can provide Hydro Infusion, she could become a decent support for some kind of a team that boosts Hydro damage and can utilize Hydro Infusion. Finally,
alright, so when it comes to Candace, I could see her maybe benefiting more. The only thing that hurts Candace is that her potential is split between two different paths of a problem. Path one is Candace's issue is that her viability, her true potential, is only, like, part of it is locked behind constellations. Especially her C6. Her C6 takes her to another level. The other issue with Candace is that right now there's not very many characters in need of a Hydro Infusion support unit. If we can get a unit that will really benefit from Hydro Infusion, then that will be an indirect buff toward Candace. Right now there's not very many units that, because most units that can benefit from it already apply it to themselves.
look, I'm not gonna lie, Genshin, at least on YouTube side, has been having a rough time, and before you say it's because of the dead patches like 3.7 and 3.8, or because Honkai Star Rail launched recently, I mean, not really. Because I've been making videos since the game's launch, and even in dead patches, the game was thriving, and there were a lot of discussions happening. I feel like Genshin has been solved for the most part, and more people are starting to just simply enjoy the game for what it.
I didn't expect him to go this route. Okay, well, we'll talk about this too. We'll talk about this too. Alright. Alright. So, okay. The big issue with Genshin Impact right now is that it is partly because dead patches. The last two updates we had have been extremely dead patches. The card game update was bad. The this update, the summer event, Secret Summer Paradise event. Man, I've already forgot the name of this update. This was also, it was mid. It was a mid update. So you have a really dead update with the card game update, and then you have this mid update, which is a lesser version of what we've had in the past with summer events. And then, like on the flip side of things, when it comes to Hoyo versus player base, they're also distracted by what's going on with Honkai Star Rail, because Honkai Star Rail literally dives into the Genshin community. So, I think the reason that there's not very much talk going on is because there's nothing really to talk about. Yeah, when Fontaine news drops, everyone starts losing their shit. But when we get to talking about Genshin, like Genshin as it is at the moment, it's like, oh, I mean, there's not really much going on until Fontaine comes out. And that's the sentence. That's the sentence that everyone starts talking about. It's like, oh yeah, Fontaine's going to be great. Fontaine's going to be awesome. I can't wait for Fontaine. Yeah, I'm kind of wondering how they're going to do the water levels. But, yeah, Fontaine. But what's going on with Genshin right now? Well, we had a card game update, and we had a what's going on right now? Oh, the Secret Summer Paradise event with summer and stuff. Well, Klee. Yeah. That's going on right now. But Fontaine's gonna be good! Oh, by the way, have you played Hong Kong Star Rail? I've been I've been saving up for Kafka. And that's every conversation right now. And when it comes to Genshin, that is the conversation.
It is, instead of focusing on the next new character. But then I'm probably wrong because the latest Overture teaser racked up so many views, I think it even beat all of the Sumeru trailers. And it's only been 2 weeks since the teaser dropped. The only thing that I can think of which got insanely hyped was the Fatui Harbinger reveal video.
That was another good one.
I'm also super stoked to see what part Arlecchino is going to play in the new region, and like many others, I also hope she's a playable character instead of ending up in a coffin. I'm also wondering just how crucial Hydro Traveler is going to be when it comes to the underwater exploration, because we can see from the video there's some kind of a water attack, but it...
See? My proof exactly. He started talking about the dead shit that's going on in the game right now. And then he immediately pivoted to Fontaine. He is literally like me and every other Genshin Impact player right now. Talking about dead patches and then immediately pivoted to Fontaine. Because that's what everyone's looking forward to.
could also be just the unique animation that you use to attack stuff while underwater, and it has nothing to do with the actual Hydro Kit. There's honestly a lot of things to get hyped about when it comes to the new region, but I know that at the very core, this game was always about the characters. As much as I love the open world exploration, every time a new character gets revealed, people get excited. And you know what? It's fun to build new teams and characters. The game has an amazing combat system, especially for a game where you don't have to spend a dime, and you can just patiently collect Primo Gems instead. But I just really hope that Hoyoverse will start treating 4 stars more seriously. I don't want to see a 4 star that gets released and we have to wait for a month or even a year before they become actually good. And I hope that if Hoyo decides to release more 4 stars that basically enable just one type of team, they won't simply make them better with constellations. I think Goro walks a fine line because not only Mono Geo became a thing because of him, but at C0, he was perfectly fine, while additional constellations give additional power. I hope it's not going to end up as a trend like with Farzan, who is barely usable at C0 unless you fix her ER issues, and then you still need to get her constellations to actually enjoy boosting animal damage dealers. Overall, I'm pretty optimistic about Fontaine. There's a ton of potential teams that can still be created with new characters, and I think it's safe to say that after the constant onslaught of new Dendro characters, it's exciting to see that 4.0 is going to have a Pyro, Animal Cryo, and Hydro characters. I don't expect to see huge meta changes with 4.0,
Oh man. Oh bro. Give me a second. Okay. Yeah. Oh man, I love that line. Oh yeah. I love that line a lot. I'm not expecting too big of a meta shift, meta changes. Oh man. Oh, it's wonderful to be naive. Oh, that goes into what I've seen in the future. So shit. I'm also hyped for Fontaine. I just can't get over that line. I'm expecting good things. I honestly think that I'm pretty sure talk about Genshin Impact is going to come back up whenever Fontaine drops, because the story has always been really good. The only thing that really hurts the story is Paimon. I'm starting to get sick of Paimon's character. But for the most part, when it comes to the main plot, Genshin Impact has been really good. And if the thing is, what he also touched on, and I just now remembered, what he also touched on was if Hoyoverse is going to work on some of the flaws of the past year, which is 4 stars not being viable unless you have their constellations. Maybe trying to do what they did with Goro and making Goro just usable. I mean, still, like, just make him a decent character, and then yes, when he gets constellations, he becomes almost a 10 times better unit. But the thing is, I don't know if that's going to happen, because as we've seen with Hoyoverse, especially when it comes to the Genshin Impact development team, I believe things can change, but based on how they've been acting for like the last 2 years, they literally just cover up their ears and just start singing la 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 and pretend like everything's fine and that their ideas are the way to go. And trust me, it's their game. They have every right to do whatever the fuck they want with it. But if your game's not doing well, you got to pivot. You got to change. You got to go into a direction that can make you the most profit. And sometimes closing your ears, singing la la la, and doing whatever the hell you want is not going to give you the results you want. Because if you're spitting out bad ideas, and your bad ideas aren't making money, then you got to pivot. So we'll have to see if change does come from based on events that transpired over the last 2 years, especially the last year. But that last line, I love it. I don't expect a major meta shift. Oh boy, you haven't seen the future.
Unless one of the characters is game-breaking, but even then, back when Sumeru released, characters like Kaching, Traveler, Cookie, Toma, and few others became really popular thanks to Dendro changes. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, I would appreciate if you could press the like button and subscribe to my channel. And make sure to check out today's sponsor. Your support helps me create new videos. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.
Good video. Good video. I always like listening to what Gotcha Gamer has to say. I'm gonna watch maybe one more. We're gonna watch one more video, and then we'll get back to the randomizer. One more video. We'll watch. We'll try to keep it Genshin Impact related. We'll watch his top 5 most underrated characters in Genshin Impact 2023.
Are more...
Let me go get something and then we will continue. Alright, let's watch top 5 most underrated characters in Genshin, and let's see if we agree or disagree. Again, definitely check out Gotcha Gamer. I'll also link this one in the description below whenever I finish the stream.
popular than others. But in today's video, I want to talk about characters that are underrated, although in my opinion, still relevant and strong in 2023.
Okay.
So the first one I want to talk about is...
Alright, well, we're starting off with a bang. Most underrated, but still good. Well, still viable. That's what we're going for here. Underrated, but still viable. And this one is arguable. Let's hear him out.
Noelle. She definitely has gotten the short end of the stick over the years, because just to start with, Geo doesn't have that many characters or team comps, no new Geo support units have been released during Sumeru's cycle, and what's even worse, when Ito showed up, she basically got overshadowed by him due to how similar both are. And if that's not enough, one of her biggest problems is that she doesn't generate energy from her skill. But it's 2023 right now, and we've honestly seen worse energy problems. The thing is, Noelle is like a puzzle you need to solve, but once it's done, you can sit there and admire the result. But in her case, you will need to use Favonia's weapons on at least 2 teammates, if not all 3 of them. Goro is also amazing for her, not just because he boosts Geo damage, but also he can generate good amount of Geo and Favonia's particles for her, which you can catch by swapping to her. But the saving grace here is that her burst costs 60, which is not the worst thing in the world to have. And also, if you didn't know, by doing normal attacks, there's an increasing probability that will let that character generate 1 energy, and it just so happens Claymore and Catalyst users have the best probability chance. So as you can see here, doing some slashing with Noelle gets that energy restored. But honestly, the thing I love most about her is that when there are multiple enemies, especially if they hit hard, her team-wide healing by using the skill is kinda amazing, and gives you a nice amount of team options you can go for when she's taking care of the survivability. And truthfully, it's not the energy problems that's holding her back, but her final constellation. If you don't have it, a good chunk of damage will be missing. However, this is also a bit of an outdated statement because it's been around since Genshin's launch, and these days we have her dedicated artifact set, we know how valuable Benny Boy is, and Goro is also there to help her out. All in all, Noelle's Mono Geo teams still hold up really well these days. Sure, she has some problems, but as time went on, in my opinion, she's still relevant even till this day. Now, before we move on to the next character, a quick word from today's sponsor. This video is sponsored by Mad Tale, an idle RPG set in a dark fairy tale world. Paragenetic weapons, strategies, you can get from the wagon, as they diamonds, magic crystals, and 2 times per day for a chance to get an S+ rated characters like the fairest of them all, and instead just wipes the enemy my way. So make sure to use my link, pre-register to Mattail, and have a strong start when the game launches.
Okay, so with his Noelle pick, I mean, he's not wrong. It's kind of like a poor man's Ito that can have driver healer support. So it's not bad. I could see an argument for it. I'll let him have it. I'll let him have that one. All right, Heizo. I actually like Heizo, so I can maybe agree to this one.
So, it's no secret that Heizo has been often compared to Sucrose or even Kazuha, and things like his underwhelming crowd control or short-range normal attacks make him inferior. But honestly, if you can get behind his playstyle, he is an extremely fun character to use. When punching enemies with his skill that scales extremely well, or kicking enemies with a burst that has a low 40 energy cost is one of the few things that makes him a great unit. And the thing is, because of how fast and fluid his animations are, he is a superb quick swap unit for teams like Freeze or Vape. At the same time, he is also a great driver for comps like Electro Charge, due to the low charge attack stamina cost, and as you know it, charge attacks have no ICD, so you can always create reactions with a sweeping kick. And after making guides on complex characters for a few years now, you gotta appreciate his simple yet strong passive. Punch an enemy with his skill, and everyone besides him gets 80 elemental mastery boost. Also, if you are invested into Wanderer or Xiao and have obtained a C6 Farzan, she is honestly amazing with him and only turns him into an even stronger damage dealer. And don't forget he is an Animal Catalyst, which means you can just slap on him Viridescent and Thrilling Tales, and he can still land some quick punches before swapping out and buffing the main damage dealer, which works out super well in quick swap.
The thing is that even though he's saying Heizo is underrated, you can make an argument that he is underrated because you have other Animo DPSs like Xiao and Scaramouche. So, yeah, you could say Heizo's underrated, but I would say if there was a character that literally falls into the category of underrated, it would probably be Heizo. Because Heizo is still a really good unit, especially with his it's like One Punch Man attack. So I can see the argument for this.
Teams. Now, I do have to be honest with you here because my Heizo is C6. However, when he first got released, I had him at C0 for a pretty long time. But I will admit, his constellations, especially C4 and C6, are amazing, but without them, he still works as a great unit for many team comps.
And that is true.
I think I talked about it in a few videos before that I don't really know how good Yaimiko is. That was me before Sumeru update, and now that we have Dendro reactions, yeah, she's actually really good. I think Hoyoverse should honestly stop with releasing characters whose potential is not yet unlocked.
Oh man, I can't believe he went with Yamiko. Oh man, now at first I would have, if this was before Sumeru, I would be willing to stand up here and argue that he is wrong, that she is not underrated, that she is maybe a little bit on the opposite side. But since we got Sumeru, let's hear him out. Let's see how she is underrated.
Because Yaimiko and Cookie Shinobu are the perfect examples here, not sure about Toma though. They probably didn't plan him to be a pretty good Burgeon enabler. Still, the reason why I mentioned this is that a lot of people think Yaimiko is not that great. She looks amazing, has some of the best voice lines, but when it came to her damage, it just didn't feel satisfying. Especially when Hoyo went back and forth trying to quote-unquote fix her, and afterwards rolling back the changes. However, the change that she did need the most was the Dendro element. Funny fact, Aggravate and Spread reaction works better when characters can do many little hits which can cause reactions. And because of this, Yaimiko's totem damage has completely changed after putting her to Dendro teams. And what's also great is that her burst isn't that super mandatory. You could skip the burst in one of the rotations if she didn't have enough energy for it. What's most important here is to maintain the totems on the field at all times, so that they can relentlessly attack enemies. Overall, I think Yaimiko has been underrated for a while now, even after the Dendro elements. And I gotta confess, I also didn't think much of it before I tried her out in Dendro teams. She's kinda like Keqing to me. Because of Dendro reactions, both of them are now my go-to characters I like to use everywhere.
The thing is I agree. You see, when Sumeru first came out, the very first character that I used was Yaimiko. Because I had to see. I had to see how Yaimiko might have improved. And then I pivoted to Keqing, because Yaimiko blew my mind. Same thing with Kuki. I used Kuki and Yaimiko in the same team. And then, like I said, I was then switched to Keqing because I was blown away by how Sumeru buffed Electro. So, in all honesty, I can understand what he's trying to say here. That because Yaimiko was so criticized when she first came out, that people were calling her trash and all this other stuff. And I was one of them. I'm not taking myself out of this. I was one of those people that were calling her trash. And now Sumeru has basically changed the game for Electro units. Yaimiko, I would argue, is no longer underrated, but I see why he's saying it, because she went from... I mean, the same thing goes for Keqing. If you can say this about Yaimiko, you can say the same thing about Keqing. Like, Sumeru changed the game. It literally did. And now Yaimiko is now one of the best Electro characters, along with Keqing, along with Kuki Shinobu, along with Raiden Shogun. Dendro changed the game for Electro characters.
Going back to the classics again, I feel like Kaya doesn't get enough
Alright, let's see what you have to say.
attention when it comes to the new Dendro team comps. I mean, first of all, he is a great option when you're playing a freeze team. I especially love the fact that even after the game's launch, his damage numbers are pretty respectable, especially when you build him with a Blizzard Sprayer set and slap on him one of the premium 5-star swords. And of course, who could forget the reverse melt teams that you can run with him? In fact, I talked about these teams before, so it's not like I forgot about him entirely. But what really set him apart after the Dendro changes were the Fridge team variations, the most prominent one being Hyper Fridge. And it's pretty simple. You build him as a damage dealer, you use either Cookie or Raiden to trigger Hyper Blooms, and then someone like Alhaitham or Nahida can act as the driver so that there's enough Dendro application. And of course, you will then choose between several Hydro options, so that there's freeze reactions happening, because hitting enemies with Hyper Blooms while they're frozen is really one of a kind satisfaction you'll get. Honestly, I'm just happy to see Kaya doing so well after all this time. I know some content creators love to showcase him, and that makes me happy, but at the same time, I can see a lot of times people forget he exists, always focusing on the next shiny character, when in reality, you've got a cool starter character that you can build and use in many teams, including the new Fridge comp. I probably haven't seen this much injustice when it comes to a character getting overshadowed, and it was...
Alright, I will let you have Kaya. I will let you have Noelle. I'm letting you have Kaya because Kaya's ult is actually good because it follows you around and it does cryo stuff. I will let you have Kaya. I am really needing to know how you are throwing Kale in here. Did you like literally make your list and like say, I gotta throw in a character here that's gonna just really get a reaction, and you got it. All right. I'll let you have Kaya because yes, his ult is good. It applies cryo. It follows you around. That way you can do your fridge comps. Kaya does have a good ult. I will let you have it. But please explain Kale to me.
Dendro Traveler, out of all people who did this to our Kali, who we must protect from the world's harm. No, but seriously, she obviously has some problems like her skill collision with enemies acting weird, or the fact that Hoyo decided to put a special limiter on her burst's ICD. But with these problems out of the way, I actually love using her in various Dendro teams, especially when she is equipped with the Sacrificial Bow. This allows her to do her skill twice, and if you have at least few of her constellations unlocked, there's some good synergy you'll get out of those. But even then, she is massively underrated when it comes to Nilo Bloom teams. I am honestly still trying to wrap my head around her playstyle in this team, but I am having a blast using her with Nilo, because after playing this game for so long, getting to experience a pretty unique playstyle is something else. I'll leave a link in the description for you to check out this content creator who explains how Kali works in Nilo Bloom teams, but long story short, she's one of the best choices to go for if you want to have a strong Nilo Bloom team. Otherwise, you can still use Kali in Quicken teams or even Burgeon. She's obviously going to require more focus than when you play DMC.
The problem with this, the extreme problem with this, is that if you have, let me look at your team right now. You have Nahida, you have Nilu, and you have Kokomi. I could get more use out of Dendro Traveler than Kale, because with Dendro Traveler, I am going to get more. I'm going to get more reactions with the Hydro, basically making Dendro cores, and I can increase the range because it's Hydro. When I pop the Dendro Traveler's ult, I'm going to get a bigger range of the area of effect, the AOE. Basically, I'm increasing the radius of the Dendro Traveler's ults to be able to affect more enemies with Dendro reactions and hitting them with the Hydro reactions to create Dendro cores. Kale's AoE is smaller than even the Dendro Traveler's base radius. And she has the Dendro Traveler has a quick and easy skill, and if you put the fucking Sacrificial Sword on her, that's 2 instances of being able to do that attack and getting particles from it. Yes, you could do the same thing with Kale, but it takes longer because it's a boomerang. You gotta wait for it to come back to you. And the Dendro Traveler just has better overall talents and abilities. And better constellations. You could literally take Kale out and put Dendro Traveler and you will have a better unit. And the reason that Dendro Traveler is the best example is because they're both free to play units.
Who just drops his flower and switches out, but I think once we get more new characters, she will still remain relevant when building new teams. I know I just talked about only 5 characters in this video when there's 68 of them, well 71 if you count all Traveler variations, so it's only natural I would pick few of them and talk about it. Still, I would say from old school characters, Razor deserves a mention thanks to his newfound Thundering Fury team comp. I mean, it's not super new, it's been around since Dendro showed up, but still, it's a fun comp that revives a character who got power crept by Eula, who then got power crept by Hoyo's inability to create new fun physical team comps. I also gotta mention Yanfei, or Tangfei. She's still a great shielder for many teams. Lisa is also somebody who definitely benefited from the Dendro changes, and surprisingly enough, I don't see a lot of people talking about Beidou, who at one point definitely was popular. Remember that whole fiasco with Raiden not working with Beidou's burst? Well, I remember. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. I would really appreciate it if you press the like button, subscribe to my channel, and check out today's sponsor to help support me. Thanks again, and see you next time.
Alright, a good video. I was able to hold a good conversation. For the most part, a lot of those characters he mentioned were somewhat underrated, and I would agree with most of them. Kale, I don't agree with because Kale, I think he honestly put Kale just to kind of get a reaction. I don't blame him. So, I don't blame him for that. But, for the most part, a good video. So, what we'll do is I'll put my finger to the side now. And then we'll do, let's see here. What do we got going on? So what we'll do, I'll do one free. Okay. I'll do one free roll, and then we'll call it here. Let's see here. So, let's do the wheel. Diona, okay.
The hunt begins.
Alright.
Tells me that something very interesting is about to happen.
Okay, we already got Ike in the team, so we'll go. Okay, we're okay. Already got Heizo in the team. Bennett, okay. Okay. We only switched out 2 units. We'll roll with this.
You want me on your team?
Doing detective work means you gotta walk the walk. No, I mean literally. I need to search high and low for evidence.
If it's any of the Spiral Abyss ones, I will probably debate on if I want to actually do those or not. If it's one of the bosses, I might do I'll do the bosses. Algorithm, okay. I'm very interested to see if this would actually work out, because usually electro reactions like aggravate really stump the algorithm. Alright, here we go.
Think you can bully me? Look at you! I'm going in!
Yeah.
Whirling snow!
Alright, just about got into half. Okay, yeah, we got him pretty much in half now. Ooh.
Take flight!
Where the fuck did he go? What the fuck?
Bring it on!
Diana Special! Everybody stand!
Keep moving!
Just trying to switch.
Embrace the ice!
That was actually the best run I had so far with this randomizer. That was pretty much that was pretty much no effort at all. Okay. That was alright. gave me a decent one. Two healers slash buffers. A DPS. And then a DPS. And both of them can also kind of trade in and out for a burst DPS. That was alright. I was pleasantly surprised. Okay, alright. Well, with that being said, thank you guys so much for hanging out. You guys have been great. Let me switch this over here. But yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out. You guys have been awesome. You guys have been wonderful. I appreciate you guys hanging out. I think I've figured out the issue I was having with the stream earlier in the day. So I don't think I'll have any more issues with that. There was a setting that I didn't think was actually a thing, but it turns out it was a new thing they added.
I'm learning more
So
about you all the
I don't
time.
think I'll have issues with that ever again, but you never know. Technical difficulties come out of nowhere. It's like audio issues. But thank you guys so much for hanging out. You guys have been wonderful. You guys have been great. And definitely check out the other content I have on the channel.
A blade embraces its
I
demons.
finished the Metroid
As a jewel
series.
cherishes their gems.
I'm going to have to totally make Ayaka shut up. Yeah. But yeah, I finished the Metroid series, so definitely check out those videos. Also, I'll definitely be working on other stuff. I'm probably going to sometime stream the new stuff, like the new character story quest on Honkai Star Rail. I haven't done the blonde-haired boys whose name always escapes me. I haven't done Yukong's, and I have not done Blades. I think Blades had one. Can't remember. I think it was Blade. I think Blade had one. But yeah, I gotta do those. So definitely look out for those. But yeah, hit that like and subscribe button. Helps out the channel. Hitting that like button gets this video out there. Hitting the subscribe channel helps us build a community over here. So definitely that subscribe button. And also by hitting subscribe, you're subscribing to more gaming content like this. And also hit that notification bell so you can be informed whenever I go live or upload any new content. Thank you guys so much. You guys have been great. And I'll catch you guys